back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week of November 8th to the 14th. So let's get started and see what are the major themes here for Taurus as they move through their week. What can they expect? Stand still, diligence, and relaxation. Very interesting. Well, stand still suggests to me that you're at a place where you're not sure what to do about something specific. So you're standing still. You're waiting it out, right? There's a lot of water in this picture, which makes me think that it's an emotional standstill, that you're standing still emotionally because of something that's got you looking at your perspective. This card with the bird flying through the air makes me think that you're maybe reconsidering some perceptions, maybe looking at some beliefs, or maybe trying to understand what you think about something. In either case, you are being guided towards some relaxation, which appears to be, in solitude here, and a time where you are being diligent about giving yourself space, mental and physical space, to understand this emotional dilemma that appears to be coming up for you, Taurus. Interesting. Now let's jump into the tarot cards to try to better understand the messages that we've received so far. Taurus is at a standstill, trying to be diligent about understanding something through relaxation. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's going on here for Taurus. Okay, yeah, you are at a standstill, Taurus. We've got the Emperor in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which says to me that the part of you that is an authority, the part of you that is sort of in control of a situation, the very masculine part of you, is uncertain what to do next. There seems to be a part of you, again, that is experiencing a challenge to get something to the initial phase of completion. And so you're at a standstill. Truly, indeed, you are at a standstill. And it seems like some clarity, being diligent about sort of clearing the mind and clearing the airspace that you're existing in right now, will bring about potentially some change for you here. Wow, very interesting. Lots of reversals for you. The overwhelming part of your conscious thinking right now is saying to you, I am overburdened, I am challenged to continue, and I don't see an end in sight, nor do I see the ability to restart again. So no wonder there is a feeling of standstill here when we see this Ten of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're, you are truly at a standstill because you're not feeling like you're able to lay down your burdens, but you're also not feeling like you're able to change the circumstances. So you're sort of stuck carrying these wands, holding them and standing still because you're not sure what to do or where to go with it. On an emotional level, it's really sort of making you freeze in that moment. And it's interesting because I feel like you have sort of closed off any sort of emotional allowances at this time. And that's sort of what's moving you through this reading, is this idea that your Ace of Cups here is in reverse, which says to me that you're really being careful, maybe even diligent about how much of yourself you're sharing. You're not really expressing your emotions. You're sort of standing still with your emotions because you're not sure what the next step is. And you're feeling a significant challenge here to imagine even the next step. Not just to see it physically before your eyes, but you're really feeling like it's a challenge to imagine even what the next evolution will be, or what the next project will be, or what the next sort of activity or exercise will be. What will take you through now that it sort of feels like you've completed something, and yet you're at a standstill at the same time to understand how to create the new beginning for yourself. You're feeling like you're not able to command or control anything. There we go, Taurus. You're feeling a lack of control here, and you don't like it. And you are being invited to sort of relax, which is not advice that anyone likes to hear. But in this relaxation, I feel like you are going to uncover what needs to happen next. And so I don't say that flippantly, but with the idea that relaxation, that stillness in the mind, this sort of, maybe this standstill energy is encouraging that stillness, right? It's encouraging the stillness in your mind so that you can better see how to move past an ending that feels very oppressive into formulating a new path for yourself here, with you being the one in charge. I feel like you are not afraid to be diligent. You're not a lazy person. You're not a Taurus is not a sign that would indicate that at all. You are a hard worker. You don't shy away from a task. And so it's not a lack of diligence or a lack of effort. I think it's a lack of direction. It's a lack of not knowing. It's an idea of not knowing what direction to take. And perhaps having that mindset of lack. Perhaps there is a mindset that says my resources and my energy is limited, especially with that 10 of Wands in reverse and that 3 of Pentacles in reverse. That certainly suggests that you feel like your energy and your resources may be limited. And maybe that's why you're feeling like you're not sure where to go next. Yeah, in the recent past, you felt, oh my God, all reversals. You are having a challenging time, my dear Taurus. It seems like in the recent past, you felt like you weren't able to embody or attract anything that you desire. And I think it's because maybe you were coming at it from a perspective of lack, saying things like, I want, instead of really embodying the things that you wish to see, and this idea that you found it frustrating and maybe almost so challenging that you gave up, that you were unable to embody the characteristics that you wish to see, the manifestation. We got the Magician in reverse and the Empress in reverse, and that really says to me that the path of manifestation has been challenging you recently, and that in the upcoming future you're going to find it difficult to create, maybe even create something physically, like if you're an artist or you're trying to create some work, or you're trying to create maybe even an opportunity for yourself. You're trying to create a new path, because this 10 of Wands has got you really exhausted. And so you're really struggling here to find your footing and to rediscover the truth of manifestation in your life, and the as above, so below sort of idea here that you can create that energy for yourself. But I feel like it's being challenged by your mindset. I feel like if you come at a situation with a perspective of lack, saying I wish, I want, and believing that you are separate from anything is the thing creating the obstacle here for you. And with this Empress in reverse, that says to me that you're having a difficult time with creation. You're struggling to connect to the creative part of yourself, I think because you feel completely overburdened, underappreciated, and oppressed. You almost feel like you're needing to control a situation that is beyond your control as it is. And so as a result, you're sort of at a standstill here. Yeah, okay, finally a card that's upright, but it's the 8 of Swords. So you're overthinking things. Your inner dialogue is that you're overthinking things, you're fearing the different outcomes, you're almost fearing the consequences of action here. You keep sort of saying, well, if this, then this, if this, then this, but you're doing so under the mindset that you're lacking. So if you're not looking at it through the lens of gratitude and abundance, then this is becoming a very frightening situation for you, in a sense that you're unable to see an outcome that pleases you. So as a result, you're totally at a standstill and you're unable to move things in a direction that feels in alignment with what your desires and what you feel you deserve. I feel like that word comes up. I don't deserve this. I deserve this. Or, how do I get what I want? Which implies that it's not present right now, and that you're operating again from a place of lack. And I feel like your inner dialogue has really got you bound up, just like we see here, where your thoughts and your communications are limited because you're fearing the outcomes, or you're fearing the consequences of certain actions, certain words. You're afraid to pull the trigger on something here, Taurus, because you can't envision an outcome that is positive. But trust me when I say that it's about mindset. It's the kind of, what are the prescription of the glasses you just put on? If the prescription of the glasses in this metaphor has to do with what's not there, seeing what you're lacking, focusing on what's missing, then the outcome, I think, will feel negative, right? You will feel like there's no positive outcome because you're wearing, the glasses that say, my perception only sees what I'm missing. My perception is very diligent at looking at what's missing from my life instead of appreciating what you have and embodying the change you want to see rather than expecting it to sort of just arrive, right? It's very interesting. Yeah, this has to do with a relationship. So if this resonates for you, Taurus, I feel like you're at the end of your rope with a relationship. You're at the end of your rope. You're no longer able to see eye to eye with this individual. And when you look at them, all you can think of are all of these outcomes that are not how you envision anything moving forward. And you're having a hard time creating change. You're having a hard time manifesting. It seems like you're experiencing a lot of challenges surrounding this relationship, and perhaps needing to reevaluate or reconsider the dynamic of this relationship. It doesn't appear to be serving you. Queen of Cups in reverse. So I feel like seeing this in the position that it landed in really makes me feel like you've known for quite some time that this relationship doesn't serve you. This is not a big surprise, but you've reached a point, I don't think that you can keep going. You've reached a point where you're like, I don't think I can keep going. I need something to change this dynamic because it's at a standstill. Nothing's happening. It's just stagnating. And I think you saw this coming for some time, but felt so overwhelmed by the idea of separation maybe, or of sort of fearing the outcome if you separated from this individual, where you feel like you just ended up staying exactly where you were, and maybe always just hoping things would get better, right? I want things to get better. I hope, I wish, all comments that sort of work against us in manifestation, right? These are words that express lack. So it's interesting. I feel like you have felt for some time now, energetically, empathically, psychically, if that's a word, through your emotions, you have been able to sense that this is not serving you, this dynamic. Now, if you're listening to this and you're not in a relationship, this could be, if it's resonating for you, this could be anything that you're looking at that's a collaboration, okay? I feel like this Two of Cups could be a business arrangement. This could be, a friendship. This could be a romantic relationship. It's an emotional collaboration that is no longer serving you. Something that had a lot of attached meaning to it that is no longer serving you. And that when you think about separating from this in whatever shape or form, you stop in your tracks because you're not sure, or you're lacking certainty or lacking strength. I almost feel like you're lacking strength in the physical and energetic sense to actually make a move at this time, because the situation has maybe depleted a lot of your energy. Yeah, at the end of the day here, we see the Strength card at the end of this portion of your reading, which says to me that you do feel confident to overcome challenges in the external world, and you feel confident in your ability to face any challenges. I think the idea here isn't that you don't have faith in yourself. It's that you are tired. You're tired physically, and you're tired mentally, and you're tired energetically. You have a lot of burdens on your back here that are preventing you from being able to create the life you envisioned for yourself, I think, and to make the choices that make you feel connected and aligned with yourself and in balance. And it's like you feel there's no decision here that will help you start over. And I feel like that is coming from a place of sort of being exhausted. It's not coming from a place of self-doubt, because I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is that you've been in this situation for so long that it's just come to a place where you're at a standstill. And if anything, you need to almost sort of take some time in solitude to reflect on this, to see, what would shifting your perspective change in this situation. Yeah, and we see at the bottom of the deck, the Four of Wands in reverse, which says to me that you don't feel inner peace. You're not feeling any inner celebration. You're feeling challenged to continue in this relationship. This card always says marriage to me. I'm sorry. So someone out there is in a marriage or a very, very seriously committed relationship that looks like marriage, and is feeling like it's no longer serving them, but they have no idea how to summon the strength to move past this. Not the courage, not the confidence, the actual strength to leave and start over again. As we know, if you've ever had to do it, it does take it takes energy. It takes energy, and it takes resources, and it also takes sort of like a mental toll on sometimes, right? So I feel like Taurus is experiencing a significant sort of issue in a relationship that they have been feeling for probably quite some time, and have had sort of this feeling that it wasn't serving them, but it was working out okay, and it's not working out okay. It's not, because you're unable to create. And if you're a creator, then you're really feeling this stagnation of the energy. It's taken up all your energy just to sort of make it through the day, let alone trying to create. So to close your reading here, Taurus, we're going to pull a final card, an oracle message here to help guide you through your week. Hope. Allow grieving, accept right responsibility, welcome new beginnings. It's never too late to hear. Life will always prevail. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, this is you. This is you right now, Taurus. And, your tears are watering your new plant, as you can see here. And I feel like it's important to grieve this relationship. It's important to welcome a new beginning, and to remember that it's never too late to heal. And I feel like you are exhausted from this Ten of Wands, from this Empress reversed, from this Eight of Swords here. You're feeling like it's very difficult to maintain this dynamic. And I feel like letting it go and having hope that it's never too late to heal, and that life will always prevail. Welcoming new beginnings, accepting the right responsibility, which is in the sense of like accepting responsibility is, to me, the message of this Eight of Swords, because this card is really fearing the outcome, fearing the consequences. So releasing that fear and allowing those consequences to come through here. Very interesting messaging for you moving forward into your week, Taurus. Now, if this reading has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, you can find my email in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends.